Welcome back to another episode of Bushcraft Skills. Today we're going to be doing the A-frame fire lay. Now, just FYI, it rained pretty heavy here last night. Everything's pretty wet. The only dry wood I have is what is coming off my log pile, and it isn't much. So we're going to try to make this work. What you see before you is the beginnings of the A-frame fire lay. You have one long stick and two sticks that are, the Y shape, what you'd get as a kid to make a slingshot. Do kids still make slingshots? I don't know. And you could take this long piece and you could sharpen the other end and drive that into the ground, or just set it up like I'm doing here. Remember, the more work you put into this, you're going to end up burning it. So you really want to put a ton of work into it. Okay. So at this point, when you got your long stick and your two other sticks in, you're going to want to put your tinder bundle and everything here inside. Now, like I said, everything's wet here, except for the few sticks I got. So I'm going to be using a little bit of paper. So forgive me. I'll make penance to the bushcraft gods later. Okay. So we're going to do a little bit of paper in there. This bundle of small sticks that's dry, that'll be our initial tinder. Now we start building it. And we're going to build it with sticks that are pencil sized or smaller. And all we're doing is you're going along here, and it's kind of like building the framework and everything for a debris shelter. If you've never done that, you might want to look it up. It is an important skill. But we're just going to go along here and fill this in. Short ones you can use in the back, long ones you use up in the front. Easy peasy. Get some smaller pieces here I'm going to toss in there. Just keep building this silly thing. This is not my preferred fire lay. My preferred fire lay is a log cabin, which I've done previously. So if you haven't seen that, look it up, or there should be a card at the end of this video recommending it to you. You just keep doing this until you're satisfied. Just remember, you don't want to completely wall this off. You want airflow, because when this starts burning, this is what's going to make your initial bed of coals, is this lighter stuff. I got some old fat wood here. I don't know if it's any good. And it still smells. So I'm going to assume that that is still good. Got a bunch of other stuff here that I'll throw in. But let me get this built up first. But just remember, we're not creating fine art here. We're going to burn this. So don't get too carried away with it. Unless you're one of those Instagram people that love taking pictures of everything and sharing it with everybody. I suppose you could call that bushcraft art. Alright, it's looking pretty good so far. Alright. These last few handfuls I got here, I'm just going to kind of slump them on, because like I said, we're not building art here. we're building a campfire. All right, so that's looking pretty good. Now, we'll try to light this bad boy. We'll use my Titan light because I don't feel like messing around today. All right. Now when this gets burning real good, we're going to start putting on larger than pencil size sticks, and then you can go to, you know, the bigger stuff, wrist sized and up. Now the A-frame that I built this out of is green wood, so it should last for a while. It'll probably be the last thing to burn up, but everything else here is pretty dry. It's off my wood pile. So we will, I got some other stuff I can feed in here. There we go. I'm going to move the camera here, give you another angle to look at this. So here you're looking at the front end where you can feed sticks in through the front, and it burns quite nicely. Somebody's hound dog is going off. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to zoom in. See the very end of that A-frame is belching smoke or steam from the greenwood. Yeah, the reason I cut that green is because I didn't have anything that long. And I didn't have anything with the Y, the slingshot shape. So I had to go out and find a branch that was in the way and cut it down for this. Alright, looks like we're building up a nice bed of coals in there. Looks like everything is merrily burning. So I'm going to move the camera again and we're going to start putting the larger stuff on. All of this is larger sticks. You don't have to be precise with any of this. It's a campfire. We'll toss a few pieces in there. But this is all bigger stuff. This is like thumb diameter and such. Sometimes I'll just throw it on top like that, because it's all going to burn and fall down as coals. Alright, we're going to let that burn for a while. Zoom out a little bit so you can see. And everything I threw on there is catching and burning. time to start putting bigger stuff on here. So uh-oh, my fire lay is collapsing. Doesn't really matter. It all burns in the end. Alright, now I'm going to let that burn down to coals, and that's pretty much it. That is an A-frame fire lay. Not terribly difficult to do. I think it's a little bit more time consuming than other fire lays, but that's all I got to say about that. Thank you for watching, and have a good night.